the centre instead of fullback. Both will be hoping to go on that Great Britain tour. John Holmes is back at standoff, Kevin Dick at loose forward. Well, this is the side Featherstone are hoping will keep them in the First Division, and once again without Peter Smith, who's been out for most of the season, one of the main reasons behind Rovers' slump. The better news is that David Hobbs has been past fit and definitely plays. The referee is Jerry Kershaw from Easingwold near York. So now let's join the first half. Edited highlights. The commentator Keith Macklin.
Conway. It's Lane, takes it from Dick. Back Webb. 7 yards from the Leeds. On the Featherstone line, this is Holmes. Wilkinson. Dick. Ward. Getting it out to Holmes. Leeds keeping. Oh, Holmes is in that twice. Oh, Wilkinson. Haig. Leeds storming the Featherstone line. And they're all offside. This will be a central kick under the post. A line of white shirts coming forward offside. And Mark Conway with what looks simple enough. This would bring in his 33rd goal of the season and the first points of this game. The Leeds half. Dickinson. Ward. Dick. Holmes. McIntosh. Good break by McIntosh over the Rovers 25. Heron, Conway, Holmes. John Holmes looking for a long pass, gives a short one to Dick. It's the sixth and final tackle in the sequence. Ward, Conway, oh, that's a give up nicely. Well, he did the right thing under the circumstances. There could have been someone there. In the event, it was Richard Marsh of Featherstone. Gibbons. On front row ball. Nick Gibbons, it took Cool to knock him down. There's Hudson. Marsh. Going to the touchline. Oh, got it inside well, but Lund couldn't hold it. Wasn't a knock on. Hudson. Fox. The kick. High and deep. But he feels it readily enough. Holmes moving back in half-back position. Shows a dummy and keeps running. Getting it back to Dickinson. Well, Leeds a bit of 6s and 7s inside their own 25, but now the break by Wilkinson. He's got Haig on his outside. Haig has the full-back to go round. Steve Quinn did his job, slowed him up. But Leeds keep it moving. Holmes, that's a long one and beautifully picked up by Rain. McIntosh, Heron, Dickinson, nice ball to Ward and another one gone to Dick. Leeds really warming up now, moving the ball well. McIntosh to Heron, to Holmes, to Gill, and to Wilkinson. Good try. And what a fine try this was. Beautiful handling. Gill made it by coming up. There's Ian Wilkinson, a strong running centre. 9 tries so far this season, and there's the 10th. Good finishing.
The try unconverted, but Leeds' dominance continued, and 15 minutes later, they were still on top.
Dick. Webb. Heron, an interception, and it's Richard Marsh. They won't stop him. Richard Marsh, an interception. That's the second time Webb's given one away. This time it's a gift to Richard Marsh. 6-4. Well, here's Terry Webb. And Richard Marsh, an easy run to the post. 6-4. And this could make it 6-6 on the stroke of half-time. At the 4th attempt, Steve Quinn kicks a goal, and that gift levels the scores at 6-6. 1 minute of normal time remaining in the first half. Dick, who kicks ahead, and it's Heron who almost gets there. Lyman. Rovers right back in this game now. Gibbons. As the hooter goes, so right on the stroke of half-time. A David Heron pass, a Richard Marsh interception, a goal by Quinn, 6-6.
And more for that.
Dick kicks off to start the second half. Scores tied 6-6. And it's Lyman. The Featherstone Rovers. Getting it out to Spur. Hudson, and it'll be Hobbs to kick on that 6th tackle. The deep one. Gill. Inside the Leeds 25. to Dick. The high, deep kick drawing Quinn wide. See Quinn. Slater. Spurs. Almost up the halfway line. Gibbons. Hudson got it out. The centre. Marsh. Young, acting half back. Hudson. To Fox, almost party with the ball, but totally athletic, getting in. This is Hobbs. High, hanging on. Second attempt by Andrew Smith, but he's round. Oh, six line run by the winger. And he's in top. Went 30-40 yards try to stay in field. A good clearing run by Andrew Smith. On the halfway line. Dick, good ball. Ward. Beautiful try, lovely move. Superb bit of combined play there. And Terry Webb, the Australian, providing the finishing touches. Conway to try to land the goal as Leeds go back into the lead in this vital match. Vital for Leeds as they pursue a top 8 place. They've got a heavy program. They've got 3 games in a week. Wigan on Tuesday. Bradford Northern next Friday. Featherstone Rovers, of course, almost out of the relegation wood, but a win tonight, even 1 point for a draw, would more or less make it certain. But in the meantime, it's Leeds in the saddle. Mark Conway. He fixed it. 12-6. Got it out to McIntosh, but a little bit of slow motion there, and the cover was able to get over. Bounds making the tackle. Ward the short kick. Beautifully taken. And a penalty for Rovers. Offside. Very well, we got this a little too quickly. Offside. Gwynn. Rovers 12-6 down, but plenty of time to go. Gibbons. Straightening up with a lovely little run. Hudson, but it was a forward pass. Marginally, but Mr. Kershaw right on the spot. So let's have a look and see whether this was a forward pass. Of course it was, because the referee said it was. But there's Fox, there's Hudson. Watch it now. Well, was that forward? According to the referee it was, and there's a penalty to Rovers now for illegal feeding. It's a differential penalty, which means that Quinn can't kick directly at goal. When the referee's arm goes up and down like a railway signal, that's a differential penalty. Quinn finding touch. Lyman. Coming up very quickly. The little burst from the acting half-back position. That's Gibbons having a splendid Fox game tonight. Driving forward, making ground every time. Rovers don't close to the line. It's Hudson. Hudson, the reverse pass to Hobbs. Rovers now storming the lead line. Looking for the fight, it could bring the scores level. Hudson to Fox. Fox a dummy. Gets it out to Hudson. Lyman. On the last tackle, the 6-1. Spur. Hobbs, the short kick, and going after it himself, and Slater's there too. Slater scored. Ian Slater followed Hobbs, kicked through. And now watch David Hobbs and watch Ian Slater breaking very quickly. Prenderville misses his kick and Slater's onto it. At the moment, Featherstone Rovers 10. If these twin runs this, the score to level again. That's his fourth failure in 5 kicks, and this is well for Leeds. But all to play for in this vital game. Leeds looking for top 8 place. Featherstone looking to go home tonight and know that they're in the first division next season.
So Featherstone back in with a chance. 8 minutes later, and there's been no further score.
One of those vital stones that can turn a game, particularly when the score 12-10. Leeds 12. Featherstone Rovers 10, and a ball that both oppositions somehow won. The lead in the head and gets the ball. Lund. To Hudson. Fox. The long one. Fired out to Slater. Spur. Hobbs tries a touch finder. Finds it. Nice kick by David Hobbs. Bisected the gap between the two defenders. 20 minutes to go in this game, and it's anybody's match. Leeds 12, Featherstone Rovers 10. Leeds, the top 8 beckons for Rovers, another year at least in the first division. Leeds ball. Vanderbilt. Where the ball was kicked. Banks still wriggling and running through. Gibbons is made down time and time again with those powerful surges. Slatter just outside the lead, 25. Fox goes to short side. Brings in Hobbs. Hudson. Quick passing. It had to be Marsh. Almost slipping away. Hold by Marsh. Conway, Dick. Dickinson, Ward, Allen, Holmes, Lane, Ian Wilkinson. Steps up to the 25. Ward, Heron, Conway, and goes them up. Outside the Featherstone Rovers 25. Both these sides going for a try that could clinch this match. Fox getting it out. Lyman. Rovers not making a lot of ground at the moment. Leeds pumping hard. Slatter. Spur. Gibbons. Tried to give the ball out. Spur, Hudson. Short ball for Hobbs, who lost possession. There's 1 hour to go. Leeds 12, Featherstone Rovers 10. There's the turn by Webb. Webb to Brandyville. Touchdown, his flag goes up. But still play is within 15 yards of the Rovers line. Knox feeds. That looks like one against the head. But the about that because it looked as if Leeds would heal the ball against the head before the scrum collapsed. Oh, plenty to go. Bit of kicking and tugging. Heron to Webb. throw attempt, and it's wide. Hobbling a bit. And he starts on the 25. Throw to Gibbons. Featherstone men go up and Quinn gets it. Gibbons. Good break by Nick Gibbons. What a splendid break by the front row forward. A real clearing run. Almost up the halfway line. So two birds have taken over them after entry to their home. Wins on Slatter. Hudson sells a dummy. Fox shoved off the tackle. The sixth tackle, but Rovers has taken it from almost behind their own line to well inside the Leeds half later. Hudson gets it out. Hobbs high into the air for Barons to chase. Barons and Prenderville, and it's inside. So that was a fine sequence for Rovers. They were almost behind their own line when Nick Gibbons made that first the haul out. 10 yards from the lead line. The attendance tonight, 5,240. Lead goal is Conroy. Good running by David Holmes. Andy McIntosh finds it this way. Holmes the kick. Johnson Featherston's way. Short kick. And there's been a substitution for a substitution. Paul Prenderville goes off and David Hasselwood comes on to lead. Paul Prenderville, who came on for Andrew Smith, has gone this match. So tight and so close. Leeds 12, Featherstone Rovers 10. Dickinson. Needed by both sides. Here's heavy rain. Heavy rain. Oh, what a good run by the Stocko forward. He's knocked in the touch, but he went 60 yards. Took a speed run and he hurt him. Superb run by Rain. Kevin Rain, that's Dick. Now here's Kevin Rain. He breaks through a gap in 3 defenders, stretches his legs, and he's going. All the way to the 25, and watch. The first tackle by Steve Lund, and it's Quinn who comes across and completes it. Hobbs. 2 minutes remaining. Rovers 2 points down. 12-10. Leeds hanging on with an eye on that 8th place in the playoff. Rovers virtually safe in the first division, but wanting to make sure. Hobbs. And David Hasselwood hasn't been in the game long enough to warm to his task. Leeds, of course, have another reason for wanting to win tonight. It will break a bad spell. They have a long, unbeaten run from November, then whole beaten, and they haven't won since. That's Ward. Dick. Heron. Dick. A couple of dummies. We're on the 6th and final tackle. Conway to Holmes. That's ball back. Inside the last minute of normal time. And since that is going off for Rovers, sub for a forward. Fox, last desperate throw by Alan Agar. He's got more mobility there for this last minute. Whether it's time, we'll see. Fox, is this the last desperate throw by Featherstone? Just 2 points behind. Here's Alvin Hopkins. The kick for Slater to chase. Gill going back. And the ball. Well, now what's the ruling there? Because Gill caught the ball. And he caught the ball in the field of play, says referee Jerry Colson. Well, the crowd are coming running on. The crowd obviously under the belief that the game is over. But Mr. Kershaw appears to be pointing towards a dropout from under the post, and all these youngsters who've fallen off the field prematurely have to get off. Well, someone must have been under the impression that a hooter had blown. The police are having to come on to make sure that the youngsters disperse. Leeds 12, Featherstone Rovers 10. We're in the last second. Jerry Kershaw has gone across the touchline to check with his touchline. And there's a small boy still on the pitch right in the middle with a little lad. the meantime, back to the serious business of rugby and a drop out from under the post. Quinn now, Hamwell was trying to finish it. Last desperate effort, a tremendously high kick by Quinn. Everybody's after it. It comes out to Rovers. Can they do it? No. This time the hooker has blown. This time the hordes of youngsters pour onto the pitch. This time the match is over. Leeds 12. Featherstone Rovers 10.
So, what an extraordinary finish and what a hard-fought match it was. And well worth taking a look at the league table as it stands tonight. In fact, no positional changes at all, but those 2 points for Leeds virtually guaranteed them a place in the Premiership playoffs. And as we move down to the bottom half, it's pleasing to say that Featherstone still look as if they'll avoid the drop. Certainly on tonight's display, they don't deserve to be relegated. Well, let's get some views now about tonight's match from two of the players who will also be hoping to go to Australia and New Zealand during the summer. Ian Wilkinson of Leeds, but first David Hobbs of Featherstone talking to John Helm.
David, that defeat means you still need some points to be absolutely safe. Are you confident you'll get them?
Well, we're obviously hoping so, but we don't want it to, we're hoping it won't decide who stops up and down when we play for them.
That's the last match of the season for you.
That's correct, yeah.
Are you disappointed tonight not to have got something out of it?
Well, we're always disappointed when you lose. You know, big games we should win, you know, we should fight to win, you know, when we're this close to the bottom.
Well, as far as you're concerned, I'm sure you're going to be looking at the papers, aren't you, on Monday and hoping to run your way to Australia.
Yeah, that's right, we're keeping our fingers crossed.
What do you think at the moment? How do you rate your chances?
Well, obviously, pretty high, I suppose, you know, after being in squad all throughout year, I'd be disappointed, you know, so we're left out.
Right. Well, nobody seems to be giving us a chance. Have we got a chance over there, do you think?
Well, I think so, yeah, because, you know, once you get a touring side together, and you get lads playing with each other, as tour goes on, you know, I think you'll see a big improvement. There's lots of good young lads coming through now.
Well, while you're talking about young lads, let's move over to Ian Wilkinson. Ian, have you been very aware that many people have been saying you should be out there?
Oh, yeah. I've been listening to what they're saying, but you don't take much notice on it. just keep playing away and plugging away and just hoping you're going to get picked.
But this has been your best season, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I moved to full-back this season. Managed to put some faith in me and I've played all right.
Well, we've seen you playing in the centre tonight, but where do you prefer to play?
Oh, full-back. Yeah, it's a better position. You can pick your spot when you want to come in and all that.
How much would it mean to you to be a member of the Great Britain squad?
Oh, can't say. It means everything, really. We're not going to win the like, so let them just put icing on cake.
And finally, a word about tonight. Leeds really needed that win, having suffered quite a few defeats recently.
Well, we've lost the last 5, so tonight we're a bit edgy, and we really needed 2 points to stop in the top 8, and I'm just glad we pulled it off.
A bit disappointed you didn't have more points, though, I think, weren't you?
Yeah, well, it was a scrappy game, like too many drop passes on both sides, so we were just happy that we pulled it off.
Thanks very much, Matthew.